Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of Ramble on Reactions.
Woo!
Sitting with me as always is clever Eric Mahler.
And sitting with me always is handsome Dan Nye.
Handsome, maybe. But
Definite.
there may be some other handsome people in a movie you saw about some xenomorphs.
That's right.
So maybe Prometheus too? Ish? So you saw Alien Covenant.
I saw Alien Covenant.
So, nutshell this movie for me.
Okay, so this movie feels like it should have been the third movie in the Prometheus series, because the more or less rush into the second movie in the middle of this film. But pretty much, Alien Covenant, if you've seen an Aliens movie before, you're familiar with this premise. But pretty much, people wake up in space, they have to go to this planet, and while on the planet, bad things happen, and they run into David from Prometheus, played by Michael Fassbender, and Michael Fassbender also plays another robot in this one named Walter.
Oh, interesting.
So there's a nice little, and they meet, so there's some nice sequences there.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
And this is another movie directed by Ridley Scott, who's trying to push new life into this Alien franchise.
And they've already talked about doing a third one, so we'll see. Given that, that's a bit nutshelling of the plot.
Yeah.
We kind of know, and funny enough, I talked about this with my boss earlier today. It's an Alien movie, so you're waiting for the face hugger, you're waiting for something to happen to that, you're waiting for a chest to explode. So it's a little formulaic, a little bit like a horror movie. Tell me some things you liked about this movie.
What I liked about it, well, first off, it's directed by Ridley Scott, so visually it is beautiful. It looks fantastic. They kill off James Franco in the first 7 minutes, which is always a plus for me.
I like James Franco.
Good job, Ridley Scott. Way to kill off James Franco. On screen, nonetheless.
Bloody?
Well, since it's in the first 7 minutes, I can tell you, he is in his pod and malfunctions, and it burns him alive.
Ooh.
While he's asleep.
Well, we don't consider, if you've seen this before, you know, like, we'll give 10, 15 minutes for, like, spoilers. So.
Right, so, like, if you walk in with your popcorn, you're not missing that much. But I also like, this movie, I think, does a better job at establishing what David's character arc should have been in Prometheus. Because if you remember Prometheus, the David character, his whole story is kind of weird how it all plays out. Because how do you know the black goo was going to do all that stuff when you put it in the water and all this timely-wumbly stuff? But it opens up with a scene with him and Guy Pearce, and you really establish their relationship, and then you see why he feels a certain way about humans. And then it, fast forwards into the future where this new ship, captained by Billy Cudrup, because he takes over from James Franco, and he knows he's not the right man to lead, but he has to follow protocol. So, like in the Prometheus, where people were being stupid, even though they're supposed to be experts, this time when people are stupid, it makes more sense because they have to follow protocol, and you have a guy who's leading who doesn't really want to lead, and then you get the classic stuff, like you get the xenomorphs, you get the facehugger, you get the chest burst, and it does a really good job setting up what they are and how they're created. I'm not going to give away that twist or that story here. And then you do find out what happens to Naomi Pace and the engineers, which is, like I said, in like a 5-minute montage, which is why I say that's the second Prometheus movie right there.
Okay.
And then the third is pretty much setting up more of the xenomorphs into this universe.
Oh, okay. So that's more or less the storyline, kind of where it goes. Any other things you really liked about it?
Danny McBride. I was taken back by how... Right?
Weird. I would not have expected that.
Right, it's the second Alien movie in a row where I'm like, the pilot's the best character.
But last time it was Idris Elba.
Well, yeah, so obviously my heart was there. But this time it's, Danny McBride's like, I really like Danny McBride in this. He does a really good job. For a movie franchise that's given us a strong female character, Danny McBride.
Okay, cool. So what didn't you like so much about it?
What I didn't like about this one is... It's just it's vanilla ice cream. Like, it's satisfying.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that entirely.
Wow.
It's vanilla ice cream.
Where'd you think I was going to go?
I thought you were about to bust into a Queen and David Bowie song and then completely rip it off with the rights.
Got it.
Continue.
No. But no, it's vanilla ice cream. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just there. It's a movie. It's if you've watched any of the other Alien movies, you know this premise. It doesn't change the formula. It doesn't do anything that exciting. Like with Prometheus, they tried to do new things, and it may have backfired in my opinion. But this time, they didn't really try to challenge you or change anything. It only gave you a little bit more story, but the action sequence is a little bit better. But again, it's like Ridley Scott's just giving the internet trolls what they want. It's like, well, here's your xenomorph. Here's your chest burster, and here's this. Ah! Now it's going to go in Dan's mouth, and now burn.
So, well, that's where the movie was. That the biggest gripe. Nothing else that was like really ground your gears.
Yeah, nothing really. Because one mistake you could say is like the movie doesn't really get me to grind my gears or anything like that. It's just, Okay, it's a movie.
It's a movie. All right. So that all being said, grade this movie for us.
I see.
It's just kind of there.
Yeah, it's there. Like if it's on Netflix, watch it, but don't rush out to the theater to see it because I mean it looks great on the big screen. Because again, Ridley Scott, come on, he knows how to do sci-fi movies. But again, this film, it's fine for what it is, but it isn't much.
Okay, fair enough. As always, thank you very much, everyone, for watching this far. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you thought about Covenant. I've heard some very positive things, too. This is a very middle-of-the-road thing. Like, it's a movie, which is our kind of running gag when we see a movie, but we don't want to spoil it for the other person. Be like, well, that was a movie.
So I saw a film.
Yeah, tell me more. Oh, I will. Wait till the camera's on. So, that's clever Eric Muller sitting right over there.
That's Handsome Dan 9.
As always, ahoy, ahoy.
Hangers away.